Dear students, welcome back. This is our third poem of Honeycomb, The Shed. It is written by Frank Flynn. He was a Northern Territory based Australian doctor, author, and missionary priest. He is notable for his contributions to religion, medicine, and Aboriginal welfare. He was born on 6 December 1906, Sydney, Australia. He died on 29 July 2000. Let us start the poem. There is a shed at the bottom of our garden with a spider's web hanging across the door. The hinges are rusty and creak in the wind. When I am in bed, I lie and listen. I'll open that door one day. The poet in these lines is describing a shed that is at the bottom of his garden. Hardly anybody goes there, and therefore the hinges or the door's joint have become rusty and make a lot of noise whenever the wind makes them move. When the poet is peacefully lying in the bed, he sometimes hears noises coming from the shed. The poet wishes to be able to open the door of the shed someday. There is a dusty old window around at the side with 3 cracked panes of glass. I often think there is someone staring at me each time that I pass. I'll peep through the window one day. In these lines, the poet discusses how he wishes to stare inside the shed. The shed has a dusty old window on its side. 3 glasses panes of the window are broken. Whenever the poet passes through the shed, he gets the feeling as if someone was staring at him. To find out, the poet wishes to peep inside the shed. My brother says there's a ghost in the shed who hides under the rotten floorboards. And if I ever dare to set foot inside, he'll jump out and chop off my head. But I'll take a peek one day. In these lines, the poet discusses how his brother warns him about the ghost inside the shed. He talks about the presence of the ghost inside the shed and warns the poet that if he went inside the shed, the ghost would chop off his head. However, this does not much frighten the poet. He still wished to one day step inside the shed and see for himself. I know that there isn't really a ghost. My brother tells lies to keep the shed for his den. There isn't anyone staring or making strange noises. And the spider has been gone from his web. Since I don't know when, I'll go into that shed one day soon, but not just yet. The poet in these lines seems to have grown enough to understand the truth. The poet is able to overcome his fears. He is able to understand that there is no ghost inside the shed. He understands that there is actually nobody inside the shed who stares at him or makes those noises, strange noises. The spider, too, is no longer there. His brother had been telling him lies because he wanted to retain the shed for his own self. Therefore, very soon the poet would be able to set in foot inside the shed. However, he says that this can't happen immediately. So, this was all about the chapter, and I'm giving you a quick summary of the poem once again. There was a shed at the bottom of the poet's garden, and the poet wishes to visit it one day. There is a spider's web on the door of the shed, and its hinges are rusty and creak when the wind blows. The poet often thinks about it while lying in his bed. On one side of the shed, there is a dusty window, and 3 of its window panes are broken. The poet feels as if someone stares at him through the window, and whenever the poet visits the shed, he would like to find out who lives there. The poet's brother informed him that a ghost lives inside the shed, and if the poet dares to enter the shed, the ghost would chop off his head. Despite these warnings, the poet wishes to visit the shed and peep inside. The poet believes that his brother tells him imaginative stories about the ghost as he wants to keep the shed for himself. The poet no longer feels any more staring at him or hears any strange noises coming from the shed. The spider too is no longer there, thus, very soon he would go inside the shed. I hope you have understood the poem. I'll be coming with more videos to explain you rest of the chapters. Till then, take care. Bye bye.